Previously.
가 나왔네요. 오. 뭐야 이거? 응? 클로즈? 오빠 떼고
300 ticket.
근데 밤이 들수록 진짜 예뻐지네요. 커리보이. 안녕하세요. 커리보이입니다. 디왈리 기간이 딱 12시를 기점으로 해서 끝난 건지는 모르겠는데 폭죽 소리가 새벽에는 들리지 않아가지고 잘만했던 것 같아요. 그래서 오늘은 이제 여기 체크아웃 날인데 여기 조식에도 카레가 있다 그래가지고 가서 카레 좀 먹고 그 다음 숙소로 이동하려고 합니다. 우선 조식을 떠나보겠습니다. Good morning. 이렇게 시리얼류들이 있고 뭐 라시 주스, 과일류, 커리는 여기 종류가 하나인 것 같네요. 자, 제 아침 식사입니다. 콩이 그렇게 좋아하지는 않아서 여차저차 일단 체크아웃은 끝냈고 이제 우버를 부르고 있습니다. 그래도 여기 나름 잘 먹었습니다. 다만 다음에 다시 한번 데리러 오게 된다면 이 근처는 묵지 않을 것 같아요. 너무 정신사납고 숙소까지 오는 길이 쉽지 않습니다. 이제 오늘 머무를 에어비앤비 숙소도 도착은 했거든요. 여기에요. 일단 호스트한테 연락은 했는데 아직 어떻게 들어가면 될지를 잘 모르겠네요. 답장은 없어서 기다려보고 있습니다. 여기는 이제 호스트가 상주하고 계신 곳이고 게스트로 여기 방만 쓰는 형태인데요. 방은 일단 되게 넓어요. 침대도 거의 킹 사이즈는 되는 것 같고 이렇게 화장실도 꽤나 큼직하게 이렇게 되어 있거든요. 이렇게 1층으로 내려왔거든요. 근데 공용 공간이 진짜 어마무시하게 넓어요. 아마 이따가 제가 요리를 하면은 여기서 다 같이 먹지 않을까 싶습니다. 이제 막 커리 클래스가 시작이 됐습니다. 조금 있다가는 저기에 준비해주신 재료를 가지고 카레를 만들 겁니다.
You're not gonna learn only about the recipes, you will also learn about the time honoring techniques. It's not just like in prepare only one dish, but prepare the full meal. I'm gonna start with a dessert that is called kheer, rice pudding. Why I selected this dessert to teach you? Because it's a dessert for everyone. From a humble house to super rich. Everybody makes it. Because it requires only few ingredients and we get a flavor with only one spice. And for this, I'm using 6% fat milk, but if it is 2%, 3%, that is also fine. The more fat means more richness, more creaminess. Okay, using 1 liter milk. And this recipe is good enough for 6 people. In India, if we have a festival, we make this. Guests coming over, we make this. Wedding, we make this. Yesterday it was Diwali, we made this. So for everything, we just make this. And it's so simple, but the flavors are so rich and you will be surprised. Start the heat. Just let it boil, 1 or 2 boils, then we will add rest of the ingredients in it. Then I'll tell more about this. So we're gonna flavor with only one spice. Ground cardamom means green cardamom. You can smell and add that. Very floral. And give a nice mix also. Perfect. Also, next we are using crushed cashews, almond and raisins. If you have pistachios, you can also add that. But if you don't, it's still fine. I mean, this is something optional. It just add a nice crunch and the sweetness from the raisin is so good. Give a nice mix to it. As it's a rice pudding, so we need rice. These are just boiled rice. No salt, no sugar, no flavor. Only cooked rice. So you add this. Very nice. Lovely. Sugar we will add a little bit later. You don't have to stir it continuously, time to time. Whenever you see a skin is forming on top of it, we will come and we will just mix it right back into it. What makes this kheer more creamy? Do you see on the side? You see this part?
Yeah.
This is called cushion.
Normally I remove it.
Oh, this is the flavor actually. Many people, they just let it cook like this, they do not mix it. We make a dessert out of it. It's great and then we would mix it right back into it. These are the small things, trust me, it just small touches just enhances the overall flavor of lifts the value of the dish or the dessert as well. Okay, we have to come and mix it. So remember, we have to condense this till it's 50%. And this is sugar. I'm using 6 teaspoons of sugar. This recipe is good enough for 6 people. A teaspoon per person in a dessert is not much.
그럼 저걸로 뭐가 만들어지는지는 아직 잘 모르겠어요.
So it's see, it was started from
Yeah,
here and it's
now
almost
it's
down.
okay.
We eat this two ways. Cold version is quite popular, but today you will try both the version, warm version and the cold version.
어떨지 감이 잘 오지는 않습니다. 뜨거운 버전으로 먼저 맛보게 해주신다면 Thank you very much.
Try it.
Delicious.
Just one spice and how much flavor this brings up from the dessert. And it's not that sweet. It's not too much calories. And the crunch, are you getting this?
Wow.
I told you, it just. So here are the ingredients for jeera rice, means cumin rice. Red chili powder, salt, bay leaves, black cardamom. This one is smoky. Green cardamom is floral, and this one is Indian cinnamon. Try this. The moment you bite, it's more sweet. Chew. See, it's more sweet, and then you'll get a spice. See, that's Indian cinnamon. And here I'm using olive oil. Yes, you can use ghee, oil, butter, onions, and ginger and garlic paste or minced, and tomato puree. So I'm just gonna start with add the oil. One more thing. In India, we are into sustainable cooking. If my mom see this, we every last bit of it.
Got it.
So add cumin.
Cumin.
Wherever the recipe says cumin seeds in it, always cumin goes at the base. And when you see a little movement like this, now you can add whole spices. I mean cardamom, cinnamon and bay leaf. The reason we add the whole spices in hot oil because it releases more of its aroma and flavor. That's why. Good.
Yeah.
Give a nice mix to it. Give a nice mix to it. Give a nice mix.
Yep.
See the aroma?
오, 야. Great. 아, 이것만으로도 향이 굉장히 좋은데요?
Okay, so see, we are making basmati rice. So whenever you cook with rice, always wash and soak rice minimum to minimum 20 to 30 minutes. Reason, it removes the extra layer of starch from it. Also, it passes the cooking process of the rice. It also removes an acid that is not good for our body. So add tomato puree now. And the water, one more thing. You know, Indian rice are fluffy. So when we add the rice, we do not mix it. We add the water, then we gently mix the rice 2-3 times. First add salt and red chili, mix, and then add the rice. And add the rice now.
Now mix it.
Gently, very gently. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna cover this with a lid. We're gonna bring the heat to medium high. And we're gonna set a timer for 11 minutes. Set a
여기까지
timer for
하고
11
총
minutes.
11분을 기다린다고 하시네요.
But after 11 minutes, we will turn off the heat. We will not remove the lid. Let the rice cook within the steam for another 15 to 20 minutes.
아까 만들었던 이 지라가 완성이 된 것 같습니다.
And it's not sticking. And how fluffy they are. And how much aroma this has.
이렇게 만들어진 지라 라이스를 바로 먹어보겠습니다.
See how much flavor this has just using two spices. I told you, you can eat it as it is. Thai curry, Japanese curry, Korean curry. It will taste so good. It's fusion. Simple recipe and mostly you have all these ingredients back at home. Make this, it still tastes good.
약간 진밥 같기도 하고 에베레스트나 이런 데서 사 먹는 것보다 기름기가 좀 적어서 먹기는 좀 편한 것 같아요. 이제 지라 라이스는 완성이 됐고 남은 거는 이제 빵인데
This dough has more. So today the recipe of dough I'm teaching you, you cannot go wrong with this recipe. It's just so simple. There is no yeast, no baking powder. I not even add the salt in it. Simple whole wheat flour. That's it. Using this dough, you can make roti chapati. It's the same bread. You can make paratha, stuffed bread with potatoes. That bread. Normal paratha, like a garlic paratha, same dough. There are other breads you can make using this dough, and this is the dough actually in India we eat. Naan, something we eat very rarely when we go out. I made naan once in 2 years. Sometimes I do get a request, David, can you teach us the naan? I'm like, yes, I can. But naan for same teachers eat. Nobody try back at home. I'm using just whole wheat flour. The only way this recipe might go wrong by adding extra water. Oil we will use in the end. Do you know making a dough is a stress buster? It just releases your stress.
To make a dough?
Think of a person that annoys you. Imagine their faces. So now what we're gonna do is, we are not gluing the dough. We're gonna cover this with a damp cloth because there is no yeast in it. We're just gonna rest the dough. And everyone, show your hands. You are allowed to wash your hands in the sink, and both of you come on this side because I learned from my experience. One time, a group of people they clogged my sink.
저는 낙제 점수를 받은 것 같습니다. 손에 너무 많이 묻었어요.
Moisture, so I'm gonna add a little bit of flour because it's too soft. That's your dough.
아, yeah. Sorry.
No, there's no sorry. It's good. And if you notice, I'm just, how I combine it, like this and this. See, the other way I do, see, I do this and then I bring it like this, use the heel like this. This is called tawa. In English, it's called griddle. If you do not have this, it's fine. Any flat pan would work. This is called chakla, a marble plate. If you do not have this, fine. Your countertop is fine. The reason I'm showing you this because this is something traditional. So that's what we use. Here we have ghee. So we make our own ghee at home. These are carom seeds. C-A-R-O-M. It has this nice earthiness and it's good for digestion. The same whole wheat flour. Any tongs, rolling pin. So now first I'm going to show you a roti or a chapati. Both are same. It's a circle. The easy way to make a round is when you roll, keep on turning it like this. Roll and see. So do not put too much pressure. Just light hand. And just try to get a nice circle. If it is not round, that is also fine. So this is called roti. You cook on both sides, ready. No ghee, no butter, nothing. To make a stuffed bread, you have something like this. Add the stuffing, roll one more, place it on top of it, and then roll. Other way to make a stuffed Indian bread, you have a dough ball, add the stuffing, pinch it like a dumpling, and then roll. You can add any stuffing. Cheese, cauliflower, if you have minced meat, anything. Mushrooms. You want to see the results?
Wow. Oh.
See? Trust me, you will not miss garlic naan, it's that good. I'm just going to tell you the ingredients for the chicken curry also.
드디어 카레 타임입니다. 오늘의 카레는 치킨 커리.
I'm using olive oil. Yes, you can use ghee, butter, anything. This is very interesting. Do you know what is this? That is onion paste or onion puree. The reason I'm using this, first, people don't know that they can use onion puree, so I teach something new. Second, it will give more smoothness and you don't have to worry about crying. Also. Trust me, it just lifts your dish. Tomato puree, chicken. In the whole spices, we have bay leaf, cinnamon stick, black cardamom and green cardamom. This is ginger and garlic paste. And here, red chili powder, coriander powder, salt, turmeric, dried fenugreek leaves, garam masala. These are the spices we're gonna use to make our chicken curry.
I have one question. I know some kind of curry. For example, chicken tikka masala,
Yes.
chicken makhani. How can I definition?
Okay, yes, so see, so chicken tikka masala or butter chicken, they are more tomato based and there is cream in it.
Yeah.
In this we are using tomato, it's not as much as in those curries. One bonus tip for you guys. We add onions in that as well, but in that one, you're not gonna cook the fully onion. Do not brown the onions. The rawness and onions will balance the sourness in tomatoes. This one is different. We're gonna brown the onions in this curry. Today you will see how easy actually is to make Indian food. It's not that complicated. I hope that this class hopefully boosts your confidence to at least try one dish. So see, add the oil. What we will add next? Whole spices. We always add whole spices in hot oil. After toasting the whole spices, then you can add onion.
뜨거운 오일에 향신료를 먼저 넣는다.
Add onion puree. It has moisture in it. It might do that. Okay. See, we have to brown the onion. After 2-3 minutes, you can add ginger garlic powder.
난 열심히 굽고 있는데 저랑 셰프분이랑 생각이 좀 다르네요. 저는 아직 되게 묽어요.
Can I see?
지금 계속 만들고 있는 거는 이렇게
Now add
되는데
tomato puree.
오케이. 아직은 저걸로는 어떻게 카레가 만들어지는지는 반응이 잘 안 돼요.
Add salt first. Yeah, you can add salt anytime during the movie. And hopefully you might see me on the Korean TV very soon. Do you know KBS?
Oh yeah, of course.
So I shot for them a documentary. Have you heard about Food Chronicles? Might end up on KBS or Amazon or Netflix.
저희 호스트분이 KBS나 아마존 프라임에서 하는 다큐멘터리에 출연을 하실 수 있다고 하네요. I got some mistake.
No worries, it's fine.
You will eat it.
Yes, it's so add these two also.
아, 제가 향신료 넣는 순서를 잘못해버렸네요. 이제 조금씩 칼의 모습이 담겨져 있는 것 같죠? 야, 치킨 양이 상당히 많습니다.
You will also add the water now.
여기서는 이렇게까지 얼추 다 요리를 마친 다음에 물을 넣네요. 물 양으로만 보면 진짜 수프 같아서 이제 왠지 기다리기만 하면 될 것 같지 않아요? 약간 생각에 웹사이트를 만드신 거랑 좀 다른 것 같기도 해요. 불이 약해서 그런가? 1차 요리는 여기서 끝났습니다. 장장 한 1시간 반 정도 요리를 한 게 일단 끝이 났습니다. 비주얼상으로는 그냥 그렇기는 한데 직접 만든 지라 라이스랑 빵들이랑 먹으면 또 괜찮지 않을까요? 기대하고 있습니다.
Yeah.
배식 시간이 왔습니다. Thank you very much. 약간 색깔이 붉은기 도는 거 말고는 어제 먹었던 그 코코넛 라이스랑도 좀 비슷한 것 같아요.
If you want to make it less soupy, you can cook this more.
아,
Okay, of course.
Okay, but we're gonna eat this with the rice, so just keep it a little bit runny because when you mix it with the rice, oh my god, it will just get all the flavor.
Yeah.
My mouth start to water, sorry. And see, you take the soupiness and you pour on top of it. See that? And now I'm gonna put the chicken. You don't have to eat the whole spices, that is fine.
Thank you. 첫 번째 유학 작품인 카레입니다. 아, 그리고 직접 만든 파라타까지 가져왔어요. 먹어보겠습니다. 좀 전에 김을 하나 가져왔거든요. Actually, this is one of the Korean food which is best to pair with rice. So I'm curious, Indian rice with this food is how pairing. Somebody who interested in.
Oh, yes, I will try.
Like my son love this.
Ah, really?
Yes, I will try it for sure. I take this like that.
Oh, yeah.
कर लो.
It's dirty, but that,
Like this.
yeah.
Audience, see this. What is called?
In Korean, kim.
Kim.
Yeah, kinds of sea. Yeah.
Two different cuisines.
Yes. It has a lot of salt in it.
Yes.
Egg in it.
Egg? I don't think so. It doesn't include it. And I have more things, so somebody interested in, I'll give you this box.
Perfect.
여러분, 저는 사우스델리 하우스카스에 있는 재즈바를 하나 왔습니다. 오늘 이제 세 번째 날은 생각보다 숙소를 옮기고 카레 쿠킹 클래스 한 거를 말고는 제가 한 게 따로 없더라고요. 뭔가 속절없이 시간이 가기는 했는데 우연치 않게 재즈바를 하나 찾아서 거기를 방문했습니다. 이렇게 지금 악기도 세팅 중이시고 가게 자체는 그렇게 크지는 않아요. 여기 2층에 있는 이 좌석들이 다고 뒤에는 이렇게 술들을 파는 곳들이 있고, 제가 이번에 방문하려고도 하는 그 와인을 먹고 싶었는데 다 팔렸다고 그래가지고 또 다른 인도 와인을 하나 골라서 먹고 있습니다. Cheers!
Watermelon sugar high.
저는 먼저 떠나지만 1부를 마치고 나온 이 재즈바, 라이브바의 분위기는 이렇습니다. 여긴 근데 진짜 다음에 한번 꼭 와보세요. 대만족. 돈도 우리나라 재즈바 생각하면 진짜 많이 안 나왔어요. 한 2만원 나왔나? 여태까지 봤던 인도의 느낌이랑은 너무 달라요. 그리고 여기 계신 분들의 차림도 그렇고 다른 여행지에 온 것 같은 느낌이라 그래야 되나? 아무튼 여기서 끝! 커리보이.
This guy is making chicken curry over here in his Indian kitchen with his new made friend from.
Hi, I'm Shin from South Korea.
Perfect.